What practical work have you done today?
So we took our motif one, which we developed previously, and we were developing it in different ways using space and dynamics and any other aspects we saw fit to further develop our motifs.
What was the intention of what you did?
It is to go forward to our final performance, and it is to show that we can develop pieces into a much grander piece and to also incorporate it into our final performance.
What was the research that you did to inform this idea?
So I researched into gender dysphoria and the struggles that transgender people go through, and the kind of depressions and anxieties that come with it, as it's not an easy thing to go through, and it can have a very, very negative effect on a lot of people, especially if the families aren't accepting, because they have to like suppress the feelings.
Show me this. Can you tell me where you received your purpose?
So I use this move a lot, but I call it the double move. So you've got like very, very feminine movements right here. So it's a lot of rolling of the hips and arms. And then I kind of push it back hard and then replace it with like a masculine movement to show that I'm suppressing my femininity and trying to bring in more masculinity.
How have you done what you did? What techniques did you use and what practitioners inspired you?
So a practitioner that I always come back to is Bob Fosse, and his movements really, really resonate with me because his movements are all about embracing femininity, are all about embracing like your feminine side and showing off like body confidence and that you are comfortable in what you're doing, which is the complete opposite of the intention of my performance, as it's all about many people don't feel comfortable showing that side of themselves.
How did you use the research to inform your idea?
So a lot of people are scared to come out and talk about maybe they're maybe not completely one gender and they're scared of showing how they truly feel. So the idea of suppression is something that I've greatly used throughout my motif, especially, that really, really resonates with the research that I've done.
What do you need to research further?
I want to research into more of the positive sides of this particular subject, as there is a lot of negatives and a lot of sadness that goes with it, but also there's a lot of pride and a lot of joy that comes from it, especially if you've overcome your obstacles and are now more confident in yourself.
What was the feedback you were given?
The feedback I was given, I'm not too sure yet, but when I have been given my feedback, I'll be sure to get back to you.
What did you learn or develop and improve?
I definitely developed my improvisation skills, and I further developed my ideas of putting my ideas into a dance rather than just doing a generic movement and hoping it looks like it.
Why is this important?
It's important because if you don't have an intention behind what you're doing, then it's a bit pointless. So, and also improvisation is such a big part of the field that we're in, and so it's always important to have improvisation skills.
What problems did you come across and how did you overcome them?
Usually I do struggle with coming up with movement ideas, and I get kind of stuck and then either repeat movements or I completely improvise in the moment, but I'm slightly getting over that, but I managed to actually come up with movements this time.
What are your next steps?
I want to further develop it and make it into maybe mix it with other motifs that I've done and maybe extend on it a bit so it'll create a section of my final performance.